And now, it's time for Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. For the next 2 hours, join Pete Gray, rock cod Rick Maxa, and this week's special expert guest for fishing information, new techniques to catch more fish, and the most current scoop on what's happening in the water. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Yamaha Outboards. Reliability starts here. By Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup. And Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. Get ready for the fastest 2 hours on radio with the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray and Rock Cod Rick Maxa.
Good morning, anglers, and welcome to Let's Talk Hookup. I'm Pete Gray with Rock Cod Rick Maxa, and we're in the Mighty 1090 studios, and we're talking Cedros with Cedros Adventures. Jeff here in the studio, going to have a great show. Talking fishing on that beautiful island. It's the time to go yellowtail and calico fishing at Cedros. And you stay tuned. This is Let's Talk Hookup, Southern California's sport fishing voice on the Mighty 1090.
Shimano is proud to present an opportunity for you to go fishing on two of the finest three-quarter-day boats on the fleet and use the top-of-the-line Shimano gear. It's Terramar Tuesday, going on now through September. Join Shimano Pro staff aboard the San Diego out of Seaforth Sport Fishing, and coming in June, the new Liberty from Fisherman's Landing. These trips will be booked through the landing, and it's the same price as a regular three-quarter-day trip. But the difference will be a selection of top-of-the-line Shimano Terramar rods and reels will be available for you to try, along with an assortment of Shimano jigs and more. And a member of the Shimano Pro staff will be aboard to answer questions you may have. Terramar Tuesdays will feature Shimano Terramar rods with Trinidad A, Torium HG, Tranks, and Talica reels available for you to try for free. Don't miss Terramar Tuesday on the San Diego out of Seaforth Sport Fishing, and beginning June 7th aboard the Liberty from Fisherman's Landing. Check the landing website for more details or the trips page at hookup1090.com. Information is the key to success, and inside information is even better. When it comes to fishing, inside information is critical, and that's what FishDope.com delivers. FishDope.com really does help you catch more fish and save fuel. FishDope.com is the only SST service with a satellite oceanographic PhD on board. The only fish-finding service with a spotter plane. You get daily catch reports from Point Conception to San Martin Island, 365 days a year. FishDope.com boasts the largest code group anywhere, covering sport boats, commercial boats, and private boaters. FishDope.com has online planning tools, moon phase, tides, hot bite icons, and more. What I'm telling you is, if you don't have FishDope.com, well, good luck. Membership costs less than 40 gallons of gas for the entire year. That's right, 1 year. What a bargain. Plus, stay tuned for the special code to save $20 on a FishDope.com membership. Check it out today. FishDope.com. Catch more fish, burn less fuel.
Here's John Ireland for Rancho Leonero.
The main emphasis on the ranch, we're going to keep it old style. We're not going to change anything. We're just going to improve what we have. The kitchen is brand new. Brand new kitchen this year with all new kitchen equipment, new stoves, ovens. We put a new freezer in. We've put in all brand new split air conditioners with thermostats to make sure every room is cold. We've also worked on the boat fleet with a couple large lures, a 31 and a 34. We've got the largest Super Ponga fleet on the East Cape, all with brand new Yamaha motors. Brand new beds. We've got all Serta beds, the best beds in Baja, I kid you not. We're working all the time at the ranch. We're not changing it, just making it a lot better. That's why we get the high TripAdvisor reviews. It's my responsibility. I got to take care of you. I'll personally guarantee your best fishing experience and vacation at Rancho Leonero. RanchoLeonero.com. Our new reservation phone number is 800-646-2252, 646-BAJA.
Everybody looks forward to spring fishing. The yellowtail are starting to bite, and exciting tuna action is right around the corner. As the fishing is ramping up, Ford Truck Month is winding down. These are the final days to get big rebates and special low financing on Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks in America for 39 years in a row. That's why you see so many at the launch ramp these days. F-150 has the power and capability to tow and launch your boat with ease. Plus, its high-strength, military-grade aluminum alloy body panels won't rust like other trucks. If you have a big boat to move and need even more muscle, Ford Super Duty is definitely the way to go. Its next-generation 6.7-liter Power Stroke turbo diesel delivers big-time power along with impressive fuel economy. So don't miss the final days of Ford Truck Month, the best time of the year to step up to a new F-150 or Super Duty. See your San Diego County Ford dealer today. They'll be glad to hook you up.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090. Today we get to talk about one of the coolest places in the whole world to go fishing.
Indeed, and can't wait to go there. It's such a beautiful place. Cedros Adventures. Good morning.
What's up,
Jeff? It's great to have you.
Glad to be
Just
here.
so excited to have you in the studio talking fishing at Cedros. First of all, tell us about Cedros Adventures and the whole experience down there.
So Cedros Adventures is a all-inclusive fly-down fishing package to Cedros Island. We'll come and pick you and your group of 6 or more up in L.A., Orange, or San Diego County in our 12-passenger van and drive you down to Ensenada.
Sick.
Provide air transportation to the island, all your lodging, your meals, your fishing, your fish processing, sodas and water are included. It's just a fantastic venue where once you get in the van, you're completely taken care of.
It's hard to explain to people how easy the trip is. Like, once you sign up, that's it. I mean, you've got very little to do but pack your gear and get to wherever the pickup point is on the state side, and everything is handled. The van ride, the getting there, any questions, money, food, transportation, fishing, everything. You guys do literally everything.
Your visa, your fishing permit, we make it as seamless as possible.
It's awesome.
Yeah, and here's the crazy thing, too, is that this is the only operation that will pick you up at designated destinations near your home. Like you have pickups in L.A., you have pickup in San Diego, and then you cross the border, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It makes it so easy. You don't have to, like, park your car at San Ysidro and leave it there for 5 days and then go down.
Yeah. Our open party trips, Pete, we do pick up at Border Station.
Yeah, just because it's easier that way.
For convenience,
Yeah.
actually. Think about an open party trip where you've got 3 or 4 groups of 2 or 3 people, and being the last guy on that bus on the way home, you're not getting home till 10 o'clock at night if you're making 4 or 5 stops and running up to L.A. or somewhere.
But if you have group trips where, say, you're going on a Let's Talk Hookup trip, you have a designated place like we meet, generally speaking, like at Fisherman's Landing.
That's what I did.
Like that.
Yeah, that's what we've done the last couple times.
and
Just find a spot that's convenient to everybody in the
Yeah.
group and say, meet us here. Psh, done. Van's there waiting
Yeah.
for you. Van's there before you are.
Yeah, it works out very, very well. Then you go down, have a great breakfast down at this fantastic restaurant right down in Ensenada. You got that scenic drive down to Ensenada. You go to the, it's actually the military airport, right?
Right. It's
Cool.
an actual military base there in Ensenada.
Yeah. Check in, get all your luggage, your gear packed, and you get on a Cessna Caravan, which is a very, very comfortable, like a 14-passenger flight, scheduled flight to Cedros Island. And how about that landing at Cedros? That's so
That's
cool.
so rad.
Yeah.
The only time I can ever remember seeing Garibaldi's from a plane.
Yeah.
Like,
You see, yeah, there they are.
Yeah, you're
There's
just-
a spot of yellow right there.
You're coming into the runway, and it's just water, 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 kelp, water, 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 land,
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
On our YouTube channel, Let's Talk Hookup Radio
yeah, you did a
Show.
good job.
You can link that through our website, hookup1090.com. On the top right corner, you click on the red banner, which is the YouTube icon, and it takes you right to our YouTube channel, and you can look at the shot I did coming in on the plane. I was fortunate enough to sit in the front and then shoot that shot coming into the flight. Gives you kind of a perspective of what it's like to land on Cedros Island.
So rad.
Yeah.
That 100-foot cliff isn't intimidating.
Yeah,
Not at all. Not to the pilot. That's the good thing,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Maybe to everybody else in the plane, it might be.
You look around the back of the plane and you do see
Yeah.
some white knuckles.
Oh, yeah.
That being said, you made a good point when you talked about the plane. That is one thing I've heard of from a lot of people, because I brag about this trip all the time. It is so unique and so cool. And people, I don't want to ride that teeny little plane. It's not a teeny plane, You're like you said, there's 14 or 15 people, whatever. It's not a little 2-seater, but it still gives you exactly like the name says. It's the adventure. It's really cool and it's easy.
Yeah. Cedros Adventures. Then you go your travel up to the Cedros Adventures Lodge on the cliff, overlooking the harbor, overlooking the water. It's quite the place that Adrian built.
Yeah, and he's down there right now, Pete.
He was supposed to be here.
He was supposed to be
He
here.
had to work.
Yeah. But we had some last-minute groups here that wanted to get on board and go down there and just focus on the white sea bass and stuff. So
this is the time for white sea bass.
So Hadrian said, "Yeah, let's do it." He's right in the middle of some more improvements on the lodge, so we just wanted to get down there and make sure that everything got squared away and up to his high standards to make sure everything goes well on the first trip of the year.
Tell us about the lodge. How's it work?
So the lodge there, it's right up on the bluff there. If you've been down there on the sport boats or private yachts, looking at the town, there's the main beach, and the lodge sits right up on the bluff there above it. We've got a stairwell that goes down to the beach area. A lot of guys like to get their rods and stuff together the first evening and go cast for some sand bass or halibut. There's some fishing right there off the beach. We've got a little casita, which is the kitchen area over the cliff there, and have a barbecue and all your meals every night. There are 6 rooms that accommodate 2 people each. They're all air conditioned.
Maximum of 12 people on the trip.
That's right, maximum of 12, and that's all geared around the airplane, right? So 14-place airplane, including the pilot. There's one lucky individual that gets to tag along with our group.
Yeah, because that's how the locals get back and forth too.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right. So it's an island. If it doesn't come by boat or plane, it just doesn't get there.
Yeah, indeed. And the meals are one of the things that are just. I mean, the fishing is amazing. We'll get to that, but the meals are just off the charts. It's some of the best food I've ever had on that island.
Yeah, they do a great job.
Yeah,
great job. Usually start out with a traditional Mexican-style dinner that. Some secret recipe for the carne asada that I've been going for 10 years and I haven't got it, but it's just cut it with a spoon. It's so tender, the meat. Yeah. Second night's usually a fish type dinner, and we've got some cordon bleu, and it just goes on and on. And,
big old steaks to finish up at the end. Sometimes lobster, abalone. I mean, it's just that. So that's kind of what the deal is on the island, right? The island is supported by 3 different things: salt, lobster, and abalone, right?
That's it.
Yeah.
The primary businesses down there are the salt plant and the cooperativa that focuses on the lobster and abalone.
Yeah.
I just want to go back to the rooms real fast because we talked about. I mean, they're very comfortable. It's all modern. This was built for this operation.
Yes.
It's not like
brand new structure.
Yeah, exactly. And all the rooms are very comfortable. 2 beds and a shower to each room, and you got your individual bathroom. It's really comfortable. It's nice. The beds are nice. They're air conditioned. Yeah, it's a really comfortable spot to go hang out for a few days.
Oh yeah,
it's a little oasis on the island.
Yeah, it is. It's like I said, that's not a BS thing. It's one of my favorite places ever. I love it.
And the dining room when you're having these amazing meals, like one of the things that they served one time when I was down there was the best pozole I've ever. I mean, unbelievable pozole. The local chef there, she's amazing. She's really good. But the view from the dining area is just to die for, man. Watch that sunset come down or the sunrise in the morning.
So rad. Makes you want to be there right now.
Yeah. Breezing schools of bait and crashing yellowtail.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing, too, is I hate to keep dwelling on food, but it's kind of an important thing for some of us, right? You get up in the morning, you have coffee, cereal, a little fruit and stuff, and then you get in the van and you head down to the harbor and you get on the boat and you go fishing. Well, the first time I went, I didn't realize that they put these delicious breakfast burritos on the boat, and about halfway through the day, it was like, check these out. What are these? You go, oh, that's breakfast. It's like, oh, man, look at that. Bonus. Right.
See, I love that, too, because I like that's how the style is. Obviously, if you want to get up extra early and whatever, make cereal, make toast, whatever, that's all available for you. But I would rather not be, quote-unquote, forced to sit down and have food while the best fishing of the morning is going on right now. They get you up when the light comes up and put you in there. So your breakfast is on the boat. You're
watching the sun rise on the boat.
You're not wasting that hour's worth of time to have your eggs and toast, before you go fishing. You're on the boat making it happen.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, come on. You're like 10 minutes from some of the best giant yellowtail fishing in the world right there, right?
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, you leave the harbor, and in 10 minutes, you're up by the salt mine, and it's like, wow.
Yeah.
There's like 40-pound yellows crashing around.
I swear, man, I know people say it all the time, but I swear those things, they just live there. There's always big ones right there.
I've actually caught my personal best right outside the harbor. Literally right around the corner.
Right there.
And it's a 52-pound.
52 pounds. Jeez. That's a big one.
Yeah, there's some biggers have been
Yeah,
caught.
that's cool.
You had did you have your personal best down there? No, I think that was last year in the Yellowtail Derby.
Neither, but still,
okay.
but still giants. I mean, like they're just giant ones down there. My personal came from Alejos, but
how big was that?
52 also.
52
also, yeah. But just the number of giant ones that are there. We had a trip where every single person on our boat had a 40-pounder. You know, there's 3 of us. We all we had 4 40s in one trip, a few years ago, and 2 of them were on the surface iron.
Unreal.
It's the coolest place, and it's so easy to do. That's what I can't stress enough. It's nothing. You get your boys together and you call Jeff, and next thing you know, you're there. They just take care of everything.
Yeah.
It's sick.
Yeah, and then the calico fishing. Oh, my.
Dude.
Yeah. Calico fishing's just off the charts.
It's hard to, because I like I said, I love the place, and I've been there a few times, so I get a lot of guys that are coming into the shop like, I want to stock up on how the bass fishing is. So the several trips I've been down there, every one has been different with the hot water and kelp changing and things like that. So every time I've told a guy, like, this is exactly how it is, but take a little bit of this just in case. And it's always been the little bit just in case has been what's different. But crazy good weedless swim bait fishing, like those big Cory weedless swim baits. And then the other time I went there, like the ticket for sure was the big Viejo, like a big standard 7-inch swim bait with a lead head. And then the next trip it was a 5-inch smaller lead head that you cast it into the pockets. But the one thing that reigns true every time, I don't think you can physically bring enough plastic with you. Like everybody says, how much do you bring? I bring an absurd amount, like 2 1-gallon Ziplocs so full you can't close it, and at the end of the day, there's just a pile of spent baits, and it's still just like,
and then you got to go to Cedros Tackle and buy more.
Exactly. There you go.
Yeah, and that's a nice thing too. Is now there's a tackle store. Jeff's put that tackle store together there with Omar, and if you run out of stuff, you can get it right there.
Yeah, and Mariani has rental equipment also.
Oh, he's got rental.
Helped me out on a couple of groups that. We had some first-time guys down there, and
they didn't bring the right stuff.
Well, they didn't have any of their own equipment, but so they're kind of new to saltwater fishing anglers, and what a better place to get hooked, right?
Expose there.
So Cedros Tackle had some fantastic equipment there for him to use, and worked out really well.
Now I know that the first trip that Rock Cod Rick's going to host in July. Our Cedros Adventures trip, July 25th, July 29th, sold out. However, I believe there may be a couple spots left on our second trip that our phone guy, Ryan Christensen, is going to host, Monday, August 22nd to Friday, August 26th. Is that right, Jeff?
Yeah, I think we've got 4 or 5 spots left on that one.
Okay.
4 or 5 open spots.
Okay. And then throughout the whole season, you have scattered openings.
Sure. If you want to just take a look at our website, look at some of the open party trips, the spots that are available are in the right-hand column.
Okay, so you keep it updated about what's available.
Yeah, weekly I update. As we get deposits. Trips are just secured by the deposit.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay. If you just click on the book trip link at the top of the page, the calendar pops up with every single trip that they have, all the dates of all those trips, and on the right-hand column, there's just how many spots are available. It's super easy. You guys did a really nice job.
CedrosAdventures.com. Yeah, that's very good. Well, as you can hear, we have a great show lined up for you today. A lot to talk about. It's fishing season, and also, guess what? Yellows are biting. We're going to hear about it here.
I like that. Well, there's some good fishing going on. We're going to be talking all about that, and we're going to be talking about Cedros, and we want to talk to you. If you want to be a part of Let's Talk Hookup this morning, give us a call. Join in on the fun, because we have got a great show coming for you today. 858 area code 457-1090. Again, 858-457-1090. That's our local number. Or you can reach us toll-free. That toll-free line, 877-792-1090. Again, 877 792-1090. That's your chance to talk to Jeff, talk some Cedros, talk some tackle. We've also got a couple of awesome prizes, too, at the end of the show today. If you want to get in on the fun, we've got a half-day fishing for two aboard the Daily Double out of Point Loma Sport Fishing. This package includes all the tackle rental. If you're bringing somebody who doesn't have gear, you want to use some of their gear, tackle rental's included. Again, half-day for two aboard the Daily
they're
Double.
Biting, too.
Especially what you were talking about yesterday with that good calico bass fishing up Point Loma. So, very cool prize. And then another lucky caller at the end of the show today is going to win one of those great 6-packs of the Live Deception jigs, courtesy of Ahi USA. And again, we talked about it before. It's a really cool dart-style jig that's got a super realistic, finish, I guess you call it. They're really cool jigs.
It doesn't come off.
Yeah,
it's a good, almost permanent finish.
Yeah, it's a really, really cool set of prizes. So again, if you want to get your chance of winning those great prizes, or better yet, your chance to talk some Cedros, 858-457-1090 or 877-792-1090. And when we come back, we're going to be taking your phone calls. Tons of great information coming your way. Stay tuned. You're listening to Southern California's sport fishing voice. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
Buying a boat is a big decision, and you don't want to make a costly mistake with the wrong one. This is Pete Giacalone for Cussler Yachts. I've been in the fishing business my whole life. In fact, there are probably many of you out there that have fished with me. Well, now I've taken my boating knowledge and joined the team at Cussler Yachts. Mike Cussler and the rest of our team are true professionals when it comes to finding you the right boat. Just ask Pete Gray. I helped him make the right decision on his new boat after an extensive search, and we can help you find the boat of your dreams. We specialize in sport fishing boats and are the exclusive dealer for Regulator Marine, the finest center consoles on the market. At Cussler Yachts, we know fishing and we know boats, inside and out. We can save you thousands of dollars and get you into the right fishing boat for your needs and budget. Cussler Yachts is located on the waterfront at the beautiful Konakai Resort, and you can check us out on our website at CusslerYachts.com. That's KUSLER Yachts.com. Or give us a call at 1-866-607-5471. Ask for Pete and let me know you heard about it on Let's Talk Hookup.
Get it all at Dana Landing in Mission Bay. It's truly the one-stop shop for a great day on the water. Looking for a fishing charter? Dana Landing had you covered with several boats, including the new Blackjack, perfect for 2 to 4 anglers, and the Impulse that will carry up to 6 anglers in comfort and style. Dana Landing has a huge tackle shop with everything you need to go fish bay bass, tuna, or marlin, plus expert anglers on staff to help. They even have Mexican and California fishing licenses and reel repair. The deli at Dana Landing is a local's favorite with all the food, ice, and beverages you need. When it comes to freshwater tackle, East County Bait and Tackle is the spot for a great day on the lake. The ultimate in rods and reels, the latest freshwater lures and live baits. ECBT has a staff second to none when it comes to sharing their passion for fishing. ECBT is at the end of the 67 freeway on Mapleview in Lakeside, and Dana Landing is right across from SeaWorld next to the Dana Launch Ramp in Mission Bay. Check DanaLanding.com for more details.
This is Captain Tim Ekstrom from the long-range vessel Royal Star. With my partners Randy Toussaint and Brian Sims, we have set the bar for the long-range fishing experience. A spring 8-day, summer 5-day, or a fly-down, fly-back 11-day winter trip, we deliver the highest quality long-range voyage you will find. From our premium RSW fish storage to our top-of-the-line chefs and crew, Royal Star distinguishes itself from all others. Want to grab a spot on the Royal Star? Check us out at RoyalStarSportFishing.com or call Tracy at 619-224-4764.
If the fish are biting, I'm on my boat, rain or shine. Of course, I wear my life jacket. It's like wearing a seatbelt. Clip it on, grab my tackle box, and hit the water.
Love California, Boat California, Save California. A message from California State Parks Division of Boating and Waterways.
When it comes to fishing rods for saltwater, there's just one name you need to know, CalStar. Take, for example, the Graphiter series. It's a true graphite and fiberglass composite rod, the finest it's ever been built. And for anglers seeking traditional performance, durability, and quality at an affordable price, the CalStar West Coast series of rods and blanks are the ones for you. Their master craftsmen bring decades of rod building experience to every rod they make. So if you want your fishing rods to be truly state-of-the-art, I always recommend CalStar at fine tackle stores everywhere. Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090. All right, it is happening. The fish are biting, and the man that was on them yesterday, Captain Buzz Brisney of the Prowler, is live on the line right now. What's up, Buzz?
Hey, Ryan and Peter. Good morning.
Good morning, Buzz. Are you a little excited about bluefin tuna?
Oh man, I'm telling you what. Not only did we get a good stop, which I'll get into in a minute, but it was the stuff we saw that didn't bite that was really impressive. Before we got the one to bite, we slid in on a spot, Rick, it was probably as big as the Fisherman's Landing area that was 50 to 80 pounders just rolling on top of each other.
Oh, my gosh. Get out of here.
Oh, man.
And they were not interested us in the least.
That's the worst. I know Buzz called into the landing, obviously giving us updates throughout the day, and we were just foaming all day. Just, God, I want to be out there doing that. It sounded so rad.
It was choppy, but even in the breezy weather, there were fish up almost all day long, and more than one occasion we'd go on a spot and they'd be blowing up on the sardines we were throwing, and then just go right underneath the boat and keep going. But the one in the afternoon happened to stick, and that was probably 50 to 70 pound fish.
Oh my God!
And there were several guys that had 2 or 3 chances.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, too. When the grade is that big, you don't come close to getting them all. It's very much the opposite.
Guys, no, and that's why I said 2 to 3 chances.
Yeah, I caught that just fine.
Yeah, so what'd you end up and how big were they?
We ended up with 8 total. One of them was a 25-pounder. The others, we didn't throw anything on the scale, but I would say they were from 50 to 75 pounds.
Oh,
geez,
man.
75-pounders.
Unbelievable. And what's the hot ticket if you want to get a bite on this usual bluefin tuna type stuff?
Two things, Pete. We caught fish on the flat falls, which is no surprise, and we also caught fish on the sardines.
Wow.
They would not bite the surface iron, but then again, we didn't have hardly anybody fishing it.
Okay.
The one thing I want to reiterate is tackle. We lost fish for 2 reasons. One was novice people, which is to be understood. The other was tackle. You want a minimum of a good 40-pound test outfit.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You going to be able to get a bite with a sardine on 40-pound?
Yes, we're using. Yesterday we were recommending the 40-pound with a piece of fluoro and a 2.0 to 4.0 hook, and that seemed to be working well.
Okay,
That's
and you
so
got
cool.
Great sardines from the Everingham brothers, so I'm sure that helped, huh?
Man, they provided us the kind.
Yeah.
God, that's cool,
Oh,
Buzz.
does that sound like fun? So what size flat fall?
I don't know the numbers, but it was the bigger one, which worked perfect in the breeze.
Yeah. That's awesome. I know it's been like that 130 to 160 size is what been it was so good last year, and I'm sure again. Well, God, that's cool, Buzz. We're just so stoked, and what a killer hit on those big ones, man. That's just awesome. That gets your blood pumping.
What we saw yesterday is enough that if it bites, we're gold.
You gotta love that, man. Well, how do we get aboard the Prowler? We want to go fishing with you.
Best way is to call Fisherman's Landing at 619-221-8500 and ask for the Prowler.
Okay, and when's the next trip?
We have trips scheduled throughout the week and weekend and on down the road. We've got the whole month of May scheduled up.
Okay.
Are these, just for the sake of knowing, Buzz, to be prepared, are these passport trips, no passport? Should you have it anyways just to be safe?
We have put up on all of those trips passport. And if you particularly will remember when that stuff got right tight to the backside of the islands last spring and we couldn't catch it, well, we want to be prepared to catch it this year.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to make that note, because like you said, it's still a targeting bluefin trip, but if it's tight to the beach, you don't want to be limited to that line and just watch it happen. You want to make it happen.
Yeah, and having passports also allows us the option to make it a combo trip. The way that Yellowtail's been in on the Finger Bank.
Oh, darn.
Oh, man.
Oh, darn.
Yellow big time yesterday. We're going to hear from Captain Ryan Botchin later in the show about how well that fishing was, right?
Yeah, I had to listen to it all morning while we were outside. Nothing.
That's awesome. All right, Buzz.
Way to go,
great
Buzz.
to hear from you. Again, fishermanslanding.com. You can book right online. Way to get them, Buzz. Thanks for the report.
All right, have a good show, guys. Bye-bye.
All right, appreciate that. Hey, 858-457-1090 is open right now, or 877-792-1090 open right now. You can win half-day fishing for 2 aboard the Daily Double. Captain Fred Huber, and all your tackles provided if you need it. Plus, another caller is going to win that 6-pack of the live deception jigs, courtesy of Ahi USA. Let's head south down to Rancho Leonero. Talk to our buddy John Ireland. Good morning, John.
Good morning, Pete. Hello, Rick.
Hi, John.
Jeff.
Good morning.
Good morning. Buenos dias. we've got better fishing this week. It's interesting. It's the water temp dropped. It's actually cooler now than it was a month ago. We're metering consistent 75, 76 degree water, which is pretty normal for this time of year. And it's been encouraging. The fishing has picked up over the course of the week. It started a little slow, but it's really kicked in. We've got a consistent yellowfin bite going on right now. It's pretty far south. It's from Veneramus all the way down to Iman Bank on the inshore banks. They're not on the porpoise. They're hanging on the bank. There are quite a few of them. The average fish, I'd say, is 7 or 8 pounds, but there's some 50, 60 pounders mixed in there. We've been getting a calamari is big. We've been actually buying pods. We haven't been able to make it out in front, but it's been a deadly bait for the tuna. They've been going down and chumming them up and doing real well. Boats are limiting up that are going all the way down there and getting on them. Most days they're biting. 2 out of 3 days will be biting, and then they'll be around one day and you can't get them to touch them. But overall, it's been pretty good. That said, we've got a few Dorado around, a lot more Dorado than last year. Last year we had absolutely none. This week again, we're getting 2 or 3 or 4 to the cleaning table a day. Keep in mind we're sending out 2 or 3 boats, but they're bigger fish. They're in the 15 to 25 pound range, which is nice to see, and seeing lots of smaller peanuts around that we're releasing back in. But just to see this many Dorado around this early is encouraging as well. Not much pressure on the bowfish. Everybody's been running after the tuna or staying inside. Inshore fishing picked up nice cargo. The rooster fish have gotten bigger. There's more around. They're mixed with Jack Crevalle, but a vastly improved Gallo bite again this week. We've got some nice sized pompano coming into the beach as well, and good sized pargo too. So the inside guys are doing pretty good. Santos and the inshore crew. So overall, the fishing's been pretty good. Like I say, it started a little to begin over the course of the weekend. So I'm optimistic this year. It's looking like it's going to be more of a normal year for us.
Well, perfect timing. It's May 1st today, and May, June, July, prime time in the East Cape. Now, I know it's pretty full. I know our Let's Talk Hookup tournament in June is sold out. But any spots available in that prime May, June, July time period to come to Rancho Leonero, John?
June is really tough. We have room in May and July. They're real busy. Gosh, June is just about jammed up. It's pretty much full, and that's not just it's worth a try. But May and June May and July we do have rooms, and like I said, it's looking like a more normal year this year. Last year it got so warm that it hurt our fishing, and it's just looking overall better this year. I'm optimistic.
Yeah, fantastic. No hurricanes in early June this year?
No, I promise, Pete. I promise.
Okay, good. Hey, how do we get a hold of you, John, if we want to go fishing at Rancho Leonero?
Thanks, Pete. It's 800-646-2252 or rancholeonero.com.
All right, John. Good report. Glad things are picking up, and we'll talk to you next Sunday.
You sure will. Look forward to it, amigo.
All right.
Thanks, John.
Very much. All right. Hey, 877-792-1090 open right now. Rick, let's jump into the phone.
You got it. They're getting packed up. Why don't we start it with Janice calling us from San Clemente this morning. Good morning. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup. Thanks for starting us off.
Well, good morning. I'm interested in going to Cedros, but I don't know what to bring. Is there a list of things to bring in the way of clothes and gear?
So, Janice, an exciting thing is we have a laundry service, so you don't need a lot of clothes and gear. You throw your dirty stuff by the door on your way out in the morning, and it's folded up nice, smelling good when you get back in the evening.
Yeah, it's such a nice deal. So you only need to bring a couple of sets of clothes, and you're good. One thing I might caution you on clothing is it can get cool there in certain parts, like this time of the year, May, June. It can get cool, even in July. We get kind of some wind and stuff like that. So you definitely want – a lot of people come down there and don't have a sweatshirt or something like that. You want to bring a sweatshirt.
Certainly, yes. I absolutely recommend a hoodie and a light windbreaker, hat, your sunscreen, your glasses, all the typical stuff. One of the biggest misconceptions is you need a lot of tackle, and that's not really the case. You're fishing out of pongas, so My go-to box is just basically a Plano box, one of those, 8.5 by 11 inch by 3 inches deep. I throw a handful of jigs in there.
Yo-yo, surface iron.
Yeah, I'm flat
falls.
My go-to jig is CP 105. jig works.
Okay.
So, it kicks pretty good on a slow retrieve versus a 6X was more straight up and down vertical jig.
Okay.
So, I get bit on the sink on that thing. I get bit on the slow retrieve and absolutely on the up and down yo-yoing.
Okay.
So that's my jig of preference. And then, of course, a couple 7X surface irons. I'm a circle hook guy, so I fish 5 to 8.0 circle hooks.
Most of the bait's mackerel that you're catching with sabiki rigs. So
right.
You want to bring sabiki rigs.
So you need a fairly good, and you need a fairly good size hook. You're fishing a big bait, and these yellow. They've never made a mackerel that's too big for a yellowtail to eat of any size. You wouldn't believe what a 10-pound yellow could choke down mackerel-wise. So a big hook is an important thing because if you're fishing a big bait, you got to get that hook. That hook's got to be able to get into that fish.
Right, and the bigger the bait, the better, Rick, to your point. I've seen them slurp down 3-pound mackerel.
Yeah, no problem.
And love it.
What about sinkers? Do you need sinkers to fish the bottom? Or?
I'd recommend 8 or 10 ounce torpedo sinker, 2 or 3 of those.
Not very many.
No, just for the reason being, you use it on your sabiki rig, and then switch it up to a dropper loop if that's the case, if the sea bass are going or something like that.
Sea bass and halibut. You got big halibut down there. Yeah, you can catch big sea bass, catch big halibut. And then you go to calico rigs. So you want to bring your level wine reels, like a Calcutta D, Corrado
300,
Calcutta. 8-foot rod, like an 8-foot Terramar. And then, MC swim baits, those weedless MCs are so much fun when they're on the surface there. With the lack of kelp right now, it hasn't been so much canopy, but that kelp is starting to come back a little bit. So as the water cools down, you're going to see more kelp, and kelp grows so quickly, you don't know what it's going to be like by July time.
Oh, exactly.
I'll tell you, Janice, the biggest problem we had when we were fishing our swim baits, we're going through them, was, the MC swim baits are pretty tough, so it's not that we were going through them with the fish as bad, but when we were fishing those 7-inch baits, you'd hook a fish, and 7-inch plastic's a lot, so the plastic that would be hanging out of the mouth, all the time you would see balls of calico coming up with it, trying to eat the 4 or 5 inches worth of plastic that was hanging out of the mouth of the first one, and one would grab a hold of the tail and swim the other direction and bust the tail off. And we'd have to replace the bait. It's a really good problem.
I mean, you got to carry a lot of. I mean, if you enjoy calico fishing, which both Rick and I love calico fishing.
Oh man,
and you can take the MC BAOs, you take the various sizes like Rick talked, ounce and a half lead heads, 2 ounce lead heads. And, man, you're going to catch a lot of calicos, but you just can't bring enough. That's why Cedros Tackle's there. I'm going down with Jeff Cedros Tackle for his kayak operation with Ron Lane and others in a couple weeks, 2 weeks from tomorrow.
So jealous.
And I'm kind of worried about carrying enough plastic on that kayak. You know what I mean?
Totally.
It's like, I don't want to sink the kayak with plastic, but you're going to need it because there's a lot of fish to be caught down there. So, Janice, hopefully that covers all your questions.
It does. What about, because you had mentioned that maybe there's the harbor and you can fish. Is there surf fishing in the evening? You just walk down to the harbor?
Yeah, right there on the main beach, Janice. Or the van could run you down to the El Moro. I mean, we're very flexible. We're committed to making sure that you're having a fantastic time and adventure. But beach fishing is absolutely a possibility, and I've personally seen some really nice catches coming off the beach.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's pretty. You will get plenty of fishing time, Janice. And the guys at Cedros Adventures are so accommodating. It's like anything you want. It's like you run out of beer, the guys will run down to the store for you and get some more beer for you.
It sounds wonderful.
You're going to love it.
Yeah. Hey, Janice.
All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah, book a trip. It's fun time.
I will. I need to go to the website and look and see what the openings are.
Yeah, if you have any questions, send me an email. Hit me on the cell phone. I'd be happy to clarify anything else that might come across your mind.
There you go.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thanks a lot for the call this morning. Again, CedrosAdventures.com. You can link that on the Let's Talk Hookup links page, hookup1090.com. Go to our links page. Just click on the Cedros Adventures link right there. You'll get right to it.
You got it. All right, let's jump right back into the phones. How about this time we talk to Mike, who's calling us from Torrance this morning. Hi, Mike. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, good morning, guys. How's it going today?
Morning, Mike.
Hey, just back up Bud's story. I was out there. I got a 65 to 70 pound bluefin. They're biting on the 40 with the 2-0 circle hook. It was great.
Rad.
They fed us good. They put us on the fish, and we got them. And there was 8 of us fishing for close to an hour, going in and out. And we had a crew member with everybody, and it was just dynamite. And while I got you on the phone, Jeff took me down to Cedros Adventures. Had a wonderful time, and I want to thank all the people down there. And it was a very class act, and I would highly recommend going down there and enjoying that trip. You guys have a good weekend.
Mike, nice words.
Good for you, Mike.
Thanks for that, Mike.
That's a rad phone call.
Appreciate that. All right. Catch a big bluefin, had a good time at Cedros Adventures. It's all good.
I'm in on that.
Yeah, well, if you want to get through, have a chance to talk, tell us your fish story or share an experience and a question about Cedros Adventures, 858-457-1090, open right now, just opened up. I want to make sure that you get in on that Captain Rollo's Reel of the Week giveaway. Talked to Mike Lum yesterday. We're only selling 1,000 tickets for this, and they're way advanced on that number. I mean, it's coming up. It's going to be sold out by the beginning of the event. The drawing starts on July 5th, but you don't want to wait that long because you don't want to be out on this. 26 weeks of reels, a reel a week for 26 weeks. For $20, you have a chance to win 27 different drawings because we're going to do a bonus drawing for a lot of big prizes at the end of the event. So get in on it. Captain Rollo's Reel a Week giveaway. Check rollokids.org or just call 858-227-4252. 858-227-4252. Leave a message. They'll call you back and get you some tickets.
Yeah, come down to the shop, man. I'll sell you one today.
That's right.
Come down to the store.
Oh,
yeah,
that's right. At Fisherman's Landing Tackle.
If you're coming down for your long-range trip or you're just coming down wanting to go fishing, they're $20. We'll sell you one right there. And,
right there, Fisherman.
And like you say, that's what's so cool about it is it's 26 weeks long. It's not like a normal drawing where, hopefully you win, and if you don't, well, no problem because you send a kid fishing. But if you don't win this week, no problem. You got 26 more chances on the next one. It's really cool.
Exactly. And you can get them at Dana Landing in Mission Bay. You can get them at Dana Wharf Sport Fishing also. And there's a few other locations that do have the Reel a Week giveaways.
You could always call the number. They'll direct you to somebody that does have them. They'll figure out getting them to you. It's easy.
Oh, yeah. Go get them.
Right on.
It's an amazing event.
Well, just as Pete said again, if you want to get through 858-457-1090 or 877-792-1090, when we come back, we're going to be taking those phone calls. Lots of great information coming your way. You stay tuned. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090.
Fly fishing season at Katmai Lodge, Alaska is upon us. Throughout the entire season, you can catch up to 5 types of Pacific salmon, as well as gigantic rainbow trout. Katmai Lodge is announcing some amazing special discounts for the Let's Talk Hookup audience. 7-night trips from June 25th through July 2nd are available for only $4,850. Katmai Lodge also has spaces available from July 23rd through July 30th with a 12% discount to Fish for King and Chums priced at only $5,150. August 27th through September 3rd. Fishing for Silvers at only $4,850 for an all-inclusive 7-night stay. Check out their website at katmai.com or call at 1-800-330-0326. That's 1-800-330-0326. Don't forget to mention the Pete Gray Let's Talk Hookup special when you book your fly fishing trip of a lifetime at Katmai Lodge, Alaska.
Hey everybody, this is Captain Dwayne Diego, 4-pack charter captain, here to talk to you about Parker Boats and the good folks at West Coast Marine. When it came time to start pinnacle sport fishing and get my own boat, there was only one choice. I wanted a Parker. Then there's a real good reason for it. The fishability and seaworthiness. I've been fishing on Parkers for years now, and I know the abuse they can take. Parker Marine builds a heavy-duty, industrial-strength boat, probably overbuilt, but that's what I need when we're out 12 hours a day, over 300 days a year, running charters. The guys at West Coast Marine built me one heck of a fishing boat. From the custom tower with steering and throttle controls to the backup bait pump system, my Parker 2520 XLD will deliver me to the fishing grounds reliably and safe. Take it from me. If you're ready for a new Parker at a fair, upfront, honest deal, you need to see Kevin Kelly at West Coast Marine, located at 1555 Newport Boulevard in Costa Mesa, or check them out and their inventory and information online at westcoastmarine.com.
If the fish are biting, I'm on my boat, rain or shine. Of course, I wear my life jacket. It's like wearing a seatbelt. Clip it on, grab my tackle box, and hit the water.
Love California, Boat California, Save California. A message from California State Parks Division of Boating and Waterways.
Time for our Power Pro 60-second seminar on your next fishing trip. You got to get the Power Pro Advantage. With this bluefin tuna, I mean, you got to have the Power Pro Advantage. Bottom line. You're not going to catch them if you don't have the Power Pro Advantage.
Picky biting fish, like Buzz was talking about, is all about having your bait swimming better than the guy next to you when you're fishing on a sport boat. And how you can do that is by attaching Power Pro to a piece of fluorocarbon and then putting your bait in the water. So when your sardine is swimming, he has significantly less drag to pull around than a traditional full-length full-length piece of mono. The bait has less weight and drag behind him. He's going to swim better, period.
And let's face it, they're looking at a sardine. They want it to look as natural as possible. And the only way you're going to do that, how about this, Rick? Talica 10, 65-pound Power Pro, and 40-pound Seaguar fluorocarbon.
Come get you some.
Yeah, there you go. That's the rig right there. Get it at your local tackle store, Power Pro, or check powerpro.com.
Yellowtail and bluefin are here now, and it's time to go fishing. Hi, this is Doug Kern from Fisherman's Landing Tackle, the saltwater tackle professionals. The perfect rod to handle tough fish like these is Terramar from Shimano. The secret? TC4 construction. That delivers a rod that is light and sensitive, yet tough and powerful. Shimano Terramar should be your next rod. Fisherman's Landing Tackle has the best inventory in the country of Terramar rods and the experts to help you select them. Visit us at Fisherman's Landing Tackle at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego or on the web at saltwatertackle.com. Fisherman's Landing has been the choice of sport fishing anglers for decades with the largest fleet of long-range boats worldwide, complemented by Southern California's finest charter and open party fleet. From a half-day trip on the Dolphin, overnight trips, and soon 3-quarter-day island trips on the Liberty. You can count on Fisherman's Landing to deliver the best. Check the website for all that is going on or call Fisherman's Landing at 619-221-8500. Book now at fishermanslanding.com.
XEPRS 1090 AM Rosarito, Baja California.
You're listening to the home of the Padres.
Oh,
rush! San Diego's sports leader, the mighty 1090.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
All right, let's find out what's biting out there, Rick.
You got it. Well, today the Catch Report sponsored in part by Fisherman's Processing in San Diego. The fish that you catch is a valuable item, so why not take the best possible care of it? Fisherman's Processing is San Diego's finest, and they will treat your fish just like it was their own. Once you try them, you will be hooked. Check fishermansprocessing.com for more details or see them when your trip returns to the San Diego landings.
All right, let's go. Special bonus report here to start off with. Captain Drew Card from the Pacific Queen. Good morning, Drew.
Morning, guys. How's it going?
Doing
awesome,
great,
Drew.
man. Bluefin, yellowtail. What else? Where do you go? Which way do you go?
Well, you know what? There's a pretty rare opportunity right now. I'd say yesterday, we had some tough weather conditions, and so we made a little different move than where we've been fishing. And I would say the setup right now is about as good as you could possibly ask for. We started off the day yesterday on the coast and had just incredible yellowtail fishing. We had limits for our 34 guys, 170 yellowtail. I would say it was from 15 to 30-pound fish.
Oh,
a little bit better than what we were seeing down the beach. You know, just an epic grade of yellowtail, biting everything. Fly line, yo-yo iron, surface iron, nice volume, good grade of fish, and it was excellent fishing. And, once we had what we needed, it was just like a short 10-mile move offshore to where we were able to look at some bluefin. We only caught one yesterday. We didn't put a ton of time into it, but, if you had a little more time, then you got the opportunity at a quality bluefin. So we had the one that we caught. We hooked a couple others, but, man, the setup right now where you can be on the beach for a little bit, and then you can just roll offshore and be into some good bluefin is, I don't remember a time when we had that kind of setup. It's pretty awesome right now.
And it's May 1st. Here we go, right?
May 1st. I mean, it's incredible. Yesterday was the last day in April. I don't know how many trips we've had. I don't know how many epic trips we've had as far as coastal fishing. We've had limits of bluefin on trips. Obviously this year has just been way more than we ever could have hoped for. It's spectacular fishing. We've had a couple bad weeks of weather, but it looks like the weather's, going to get better for us. We're leaving actually tonight on another day and a half, and I was pleased to see for Monday, looks like we're going to have less than 5 knots all day. So something we haven't seen at least over the last couple of weeks, I was looking at the weather picture, and it's all white and blues, which is what we want to see.
Yeah. Well, the next 3 days looks like a wonderful weather window. You have any spots available on the Pacific Queen tonight?
Yeah, we do.
Whoa.
We do have spots. We've got a lot of spots available for tonight. We're on a day and a half. We are going to require guys bring passports because we just want to have that option.
Yeah.
Whether we start fishing bluefin and we don't like what we see and we can go catch yellowtail, or we start fishing yellowtail and then we roll offshore and catch bluefin, or, look at bluefin, whatever. It gives us the option to have, to do a couple different things. And with the way the fishing is right now, it's what you want. You want to have some options because it's good. It's spectacular fishing right now. That's the only way you can describe it. So, whether you're fishing yellowtail or fishing offshore for bluefin, that's what it is.
That's what it is, man. Passport or passport card required. How do we get a hold of you if we want to go fishing tonight, Rick?
Call Fisherman's Landing, 619-221-8500. You can sign up directly on our website at pacific-queen.com, and we'll post all the photos of that quality yellowtail fishing that we had yesterday and our bluefin on our Facebook page. So check that out as well.
I got to ask, Drew, did you drive this last trip?
Believe it or not, I did. And
so,
you know what? With the weather set up and as good as Gavin's doing, I was actually a little nervous, thinking I had some big shoes to fill, and thankfully we put it together and we had a spectacular trip.
That's why I wanted to say, I don't know if a lot of you guys know, but Drew's second, who's been running the trips, Gavin, is just, he's a highliner. What can you say? I think he just started running the trips this year for down the coast, and it's almost been a joke that I've had with Drew, like, Gavin's really getting them, and the old adage, you don't fix what's not broken, and he just trip after trip after trip, like he just creams them, and I'm in the shop, so I hear the passengers afterward, they love fishing with him, and the guy just really gets them, and I know that Drew was running this trip, so I'm sure there had to be a little bit of that, like, oh man, here we go, I can't slow down, I can't let the kid catch one on me.
Well, I haven't had that kind of nervous feeling since probably, like maybe running the Apollo, having to back up JJ all the time, you got to always bring your A game. And I felt that on this trip. And I even had a guy say, I was really hoping for Gavin before the trip, but, isn't a terrible thing to have. It just goes to show that we got we got good guys over here working. I got a great operator in Gavin. He's doing a fantastic job. And we're just stoked on how things are going. I think we're really blessed over here, and obviously the fishing's been incredible.
Yeah, goes to show no matter who's on the boat, when you step on board, they're going to be a fish killer. Well, Drew, appreciate it very much. Stoked that you guys had such a great trip, and I want to jump on with you guys right now and get on that fishing.
As I said, Ricky's like foaming in the mouth right here. Captain Drew Card, Pacific Queen. Thanks, Drew. Appreciate that report. Keep getting them. Go out tonight with them. How about tonight, this afternoon, with Captain Brian Woolley? Good morning, Willie, from Dana Wharf Sport
good morning,
Fishing.
Guys.
What's up, Willie?
What's happening? Man, that's a hard report to follow.
Ooh, that's good fishing. Hey, I think it's just telltale of what's headed your way.
No doubt. We're hoping, man, with this breeze and this uphill current and all the stuff coming out from that direction, certainly we'll welcome anything that comes our direction, no doubt about it. With that, we're coming off another excellent week with, kind of what we have to work with up here. Obviously, windy a couple days, but it's been business as usual for sure on our 3/4 days. We're still focusing on the rockfish, and it's continuing to be really good for us. It's been consistent as well. Definitely some day-to-day changes in conditions. Like I said, either the current direction or the wind direction that can make it tough to get fixed up on the spot right, or even a drift for that matter. But it's been good fishing, and our counts have definitely reflected that. Yesterday, for example, the Clemente had a light load charter of 11 anglers. But they got the job done, 90 reds, 20 rockfish, even in that gnarly wind yesterday morning. And Friday they had 150 reds with 50 other mixed rockfish for their 29 anglers. So, good, consistent counts, even with, the conditions we had to work with is, really more than we could ask for. The half-day fishing still primarily targeting the calico bass. And, man, the calico bass fishing it's been really fun. Biting the rubber this week, the surface iron, like literally every cast has, been a bass. And even with the bigger sardine, we've got some bigger sardine for bait, 5 to 8 inch stuff, but you can imagine the fish, that the savvy calico bass fish make a catch on that bigger bait. We've seen some good consistent catches of 2 to 7 pound fish on the half day trips for the guys that, know how to fish that bigger bait. So it's been good. And the Fury's even been getting on, getting out on his trips here. He was at San Clemente Island, I believe, yesterday. He had some great bottom fishing and came in and fished some calico bass. I think he even had a shot at some yellowtail yesterday as well. So everything's firing up here. You know, we're catching some fish and we're able to get out and things are good. So if you guys want to hop on a trip with us, first we'd recommend that you use a link right there on the West Top Hookup webpage there. It'll give you a discount code. You can book from there and save 25% on a local trip. The phone number to our office, 949-496-5794. You guys can get you a reservation, save you a spot on the trip, and, of course, you can check us out on the web at danawharf.com.
Yeah, save a bunch of money on that banner on the front page of our website, hookup1090.com. Just click on it, and you save a bunch and go fishing with Captain Brian Woolley. Sure appreciate that. Great report. Glad to hear the calicos are biting. It's that time. And
we're ready for it. So, yeah, will some of that game fish up this way. We'll take it.
Oh, they're coming.
They're on their
coming.
way.
Yeah, for sure. Talk to you next
Thanks,
week,
Woolley.
Brian.
All right, guys. Take care.
I appreciate that.
All right, let's hit the surf zone. Our surf guru, Gundy Gunderson's on the line. What's up, Gundy?
Hey, what's up, gentlemen?
We're doing great, man.
Surf,
hey,
maybe the yellows in the surf.
We call that big sardine bow hunk.
The bow hunk.
Bow hunk.
Bow hunk.
Where'd that name come from? What's the origin of
so
bow hunk?
Like Willie said, though, you know how to fish a big bait like that. That's a lunker bass.
Yeah. Yeah, well, maybe that would be in a future article for Western Outdoor News, the origin of bow hunk.
You never know, man.
Bow. Well, yeah, actually, the slang in sport fishing, that's not a bad idea, Pete.
Oh, yeah.
That to go around, isn't there?
All right. Gundy,
hey, we had another week, of shifting weather, but really good conditions. And, the surf fishing's just been excellent lately. Solid spring fishing. Hook, line, sinker reported good perch action before the blow. Lots of fish in the 1 to 2 pound class. Grubs, gulp sandworms. The bloody color was good this week. Most beaches holding fish, but those Ventura, Oxnard beaches in particular are holding those big fish, and the spawn is on. They're catching lots of spawners. After that wind was kind of curious up there, the water temperature jumped 7 degrees. Dumped all the way down to 51 degrees, and that's something we haven't seen probably the last 2-3 years, where we get spring winds and a rollover. So maybe this El Nino thing is weakening, and we're getting back to cooler conditions. Good halibut bite continued down south off Belmont Shores from the pier to 72nd place. That area has been red hot for about 3 weeks now. More legal fish showing, crocodiles, castmasters. Look for the bait, the birds. Big Fish also reported excellent night bite on spotted bay bass and sand bass. The guys are walking the jetties and flipping those Reeves jigs and catching some really quality fish, some 18 to 20-inch spotted bay bass and some sand bass up to 6-8 pounds. Really nice fish in there. Also some early season Corbina those guys are taking on flies, little ghost shrimp pattern flies. You can use that on a fly rod, or you can Carolina rig those little flies. They're deadly on those Corbina. And then finally to the south, Pacific Coast reported phenomenal halibut fishing in the lagoons and the harbors. Yesterday, while I was talking to Walt there, 2 anglers checked in 4 legal fish from 4.5 to 7.5 pounds, taken on cut anchovy in a morning session there. 11-pound fish leads, and they had a 32-inch fish a guy just brought in, and they were weighing for that Shimano Derby. Probably 11, 12-pound fish, could challenge. But neat little deal with that Derby. A lot of guys bringing in fish and really good halibut fishing in that stretch.
We had several people want to inquire about that Shimano Derby. It is at Pacific Coast Sport Fishing in Oceanside, right? Bait and tackle.
Yeah, Pacific Coast Bait and Tackle. And they want you to pre-register, and then once you register, you can catch the fish just about anywhere and then check it into the shop, and you're in the running.
There you go.
That's cool, man. I think that's a cool deal.
Yeah, good job, Gundy Gunderson, surf guru extraordinaire. We'll talk to you next Sunday.
Yeah, next Sunday. All right, gentlemen, plenty to do.
All right.
Thanks, Gundy.
Next Sunday, Mother's Day. So
don't forget.
Mom, for sure.
All right, let's go to Mark Gillette from the Eclipse, from the Commander. What's going on, Mark?
Hey, good morning, guys. How's it going? Happy Sunday to everybody.
Yeah, you too, Mark. What's going on the boats?
Well, we just came in from a day-and-a-half trip here this morning, and I'm sure you guys have heard that the yellowtail fishing down the beach here, Baja Coastal, below the islands airways. Very, very good fishing. I would call it damn good fishing. We were all done by 1 o'clock yesterday. We had 2 drifts we pretty much made our entire day on, and I think this trip was a great example of the group that came out, not internet fishing. You know, fish counts have been down, been sporadic, and even an hour into the trip, about a half hour, an hour into the trip, I'd made a game plan change based on some information that we had heard the day before, and scouted around in our new areas and paid off for the guys. So our group was excellent, great group of folks on the boat. It was a pleasure to fish with everybody out here, and we were so excited yesterday after the fishing that we had on that yellowtail. It's a very good grade of fish. It's all that fish from Colnet and down the beach that has been moving up, and it's settled in pretty nicely. We put the boat online for one-day trips during the week here. So if you guys are looking to get out and be on the ground first thing in the morning, because it's a long run for the 3/4 day, guys. You'd be on the ground first thing in the morning and have a good shot at that fish. It was up and biting right after gray light, and like I said, we were all done by 1 o'clock yesterday. It was pretty incredible fishing.
Wow. Well, if somebody wants to come on the Eclipse, how do we do that?
Yeah, they can go on to seaforthlanding.com, make their reservations, or call 619-224-3383. And if you guys we have a day-and-a-half trip next Friday night. We're chartered Thursday night to San Clemente Island, but the rest of the week we've got one-day trips, overnight trips. There's no reservations on them right now. We just put them up, but guys, get your reservations in. It's be a really fun fishing trip down there. It's good time. So,
indeed. How do we book it once again?
Just call Seaforth Landing, seaforthlanding.com, or 619-224-3383, and we'll see you guys this week.
All right,
Thanks,
very
Mark.
good. Are you getting pumped up for Christmas Island?
Oh boy, am I! With this yellowtail fishing, I hadn't even really crossed my mind, to be honest with you, and I realized the other day, I'm like, oh man, I'm like 15 days away.
We're on the countdown. It's on.
Man. Well, hey, we're looking forward to the reports from that, and thanks a lot for the report from the Eclipse, and keep getting them. Appreciate
Thanks,
that, Mark.
guys.
All right.
All right, we got a super bonus to the Catch Report today. We're going live. Jeff Du Bois from the Independence is on the line. What's up, Jeff?
Hey, good morning, Rick and Pete. How you all doing?
Yeah, we're doing great, man. We're very anxious to hear what's going on in the Indy.
Yeah, well, this is our last long trip of the year, a 17-dayer. And we have tomorrow and then Tuesday morning, and then we're out of here. But, it's been really good fishing. We arrived down in the zone right on the full moon. And I got to tell you, like the first day I was panicked. It very, very little fish sign, and there was shark out in the drift zone, So it was panic mode the first day, and from there it got progressively better.
Good.
And downright regulation, good fishing here. We've been fishing a week, and like I said, the first day was not very good. It's been 25 to 35 fish a day, and legitimate shots at cows a few times a day. I think we got 8 or 9, the biggest being 277.
Oh, man.
And the overall grade of fish, I think that when you were down here, Ricky, remember that good grade. I mean, most of the days it's that straight 130 to 195, 130 to 199. The bulk of it being, 150, 170, just beautiful, chunky fish.
God, it's so crazy.
So that's what's been going on down here. We got rid of that moon, and it went from doom just to glory. All the guys are scratching away as well down here. So it's our last trip, and then we're going to start our 8 days. But anyhow, very good fishing, and we'll take it.
Man, that is just awesome, Jeff. Well, congratulations on putting such a great trip together. There's just something so crazy when you become numb to the sign of a 150-pounder. Like, it's another one. You want a picture of this one? Whatever, we're good. That is so cool. Good for you guys.
Yeah, it's really been nice. Excellent weather to drift. Just beautiful weather down here, drifting around. And so I know a few guys still have a trip coming up. There's a few guys fishing down here in the next month, so I'm sure it will continue. But anyhow, we do, believe it or not, have a few openings, cancellations here and there. It's really crazy, but there are a few spots left, so give Judy a call, 619-226-6006, and see if you can jump on a trip or two.
That's fantastic. And openings on the Independence in the summer, which you can't hardly ever see. That's fantastic. Jeff Boy from the Independence down in the zone. You can hear that sonar clicking in the background. Keep getting them, Jeff. We appreciate that report this morning.
All right, hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. More of your phone calls, more catch reports, more great information. You stay tuned. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090.
For decades, the Kona Kai has been considered San Diego's premier marina resort and spa. Now with millions of dollars in upgrades, the Kona Kai Resort is a destination for travelers worldwide who can live it every day. The docks and services are the finest quality in San Diego, and the Kona Kai is the closest marina to the open ocean. As a marina tenant, you enjoy many benefits, including secured free parking, a deluxe health club, swimming pool, and more. Enjoy discounts at their restaurant, bar, and hotel. If you don't have a boat, there are memberships available at a very affordable price. The Kona Kai Club has been offering members a home away from home since 1953. Members can spend their days on Kona Kai's private beach, meet new people in the club's modern lounge, share a meal with family at Vessel Restaurant and Bar, or pamper themselves in Spa Terra. Check out ResortKonakai.com on the web for more information, to reserve a slip, or inquire about joining the club. The Kona Resort, like being on vacation every day in your own backyard. Great boats, free parking, and a fully stocked tackle shop. Just a few of the reasons Seaforth Sport Fishing is a favorite among anglers. Come aboard top charter boats like the Aztec, Cortez, Endeavor, Eclipse, Apollo, Outer Limits, Pacific Star, El Gato Dos, Alexis, Pride, Privateer, Tribute, Pacific Voyager, and the Voyager. Plus, the new Seaforth Sea-Watch in San Diego offer the finest half, 3/4, and full-day trips available. Check out the full-service tackle store at Seaforth Sport Fishing. And it's all run by fishermen for fishermen. 1717 Quivira Road, just off Mission Bay Drive in Mission Bay. Book online at seaforthlanding.com. What a tuna and yellowtail season last year. Many say the best in 30 years. Could this season be even better? Don't be caught without the right gear. Now is the time to stock up on the trolling lure that proved to be the best. X-Rap Magnum by Rapala. Every X-Rap Magnum runs perfect right out of the box. They all have extreme action and a controlled, deep-diving, aggressive swimming motion. The large diving lip partners with premium VMC hooks and an irresistible rattle. The X-Rap Magnum by Rapala can be trolled at high speeds without rolling or kicking out at depths to 15 feet. Bottom line, the X-Rap Magnum is the ultimate trolling lure for Southern California and Baja saltwater fishing. With a textured translucent body, internal holographic foil, and 3D holographic eye, X-Rap Magnums are irresistible to saltwater game fish. Available in a variety of colors and sizes. No matter what you choose, the fish can't resist X-Rap Magnum by Rapala. Ask your local tackle dealer which is the hottest color and size and start catching more fish. See the entire line at rapala.com.
XEPRS 1090 AM Rosarito, Baja California.
You're listening to the home of the Padres. Oh, rush! San Diego's sports leader, the Mighty 1090.
If you are ready to experience a real Alaska fishing adventure, check out Whalers Cove Lodge in Angoon, Alaska. The calm waters around Whalers Cove are 100 miles from any large towns, so you will enjoy a wilderness adventure without any crowds. Whalers Cove Lodge has some of the best salt and freshwater fishing in Alaska, and there is no need for a bumpy boat ride for hours. You can find productive fishing for salmon, halibut, and rockfish just 10 minutes from the lodge. Whalers Cove also offers fantastic freshwater fishing in wilderness streams for wild salmon and trout. The Whalers Cove experience will fulfill your wildest Alaska dreams on the calm water of the Inside Passage or on a spectacular stream. It's your choice every day at the Whalers Cove Lodge. After fishing, you will dine on fabulous meals created daily by the Whalers Cove chefs and relax in your comfortable room or cabin. Learn more about this exciting Alaska destination on their website at whalerscovelodge.com or call 800-423-3123. Whalers Cove Lodge, a real Alaskan fishing adventure.
Here's John Ireland for Rancho Leonero.
Rancho Leonero is very family-oriented. People have brought their children down, and now they're bringing their children. It's not unusual to have 3 generations of family at the hotel. Grandpa, Dad, and normally sons, sometimes daughters. The families come back year after year, and it's a safe place for the kids. It's small, it's intimate, right on the water, 2 miles of beachfront. The water's very shallow in front. There's no currents to speak of, no waves. We have childcare, $10 a day for a babysitter. Security is high at Rancho Leonero. It's really unnecessary, but it adds up comfort level. And we really do encourage the families. It's a great place for family reunions, family get-togethers, weddings. We do it all. 1-800-646-2252, 646-BAJA. And RanchoLandero.com. There's nowhere that I could think of to have the same atmosphere and the same experience that you get at Rancho Llanero. We love families.
Everybody looks forward to spring fishing. The yellowtail are starting to bite, and exciting tuna action is right around the corner. As the fishing is ramping up, Ford Truck Month is winding down. These are the final days to get big rebates and special low financing on Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks in America for 39 years in a row. That's why you see so many at the launch ramp these days. F-150 has the power and capability to tow and launch your boat with ease. Plus, its high-strength, military-grade aluminum alloy body panels won't rust like other trucks. If you have a big boat to move and need even more muscle, Ford Super Duty is definitely the way to go. Its next-generation 6.7-liter Power-Stroke turbo diesel delivers big-time power along with impressive fuel economy. So don't miss the final days of Ford Truck Month, the best time of the year to step up to a new F-150 or Super Duty. See your San Diego County Ford dealer today. They'll be glad to hook you up.